Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another presentation of the RLSA. Tonight, I have a beautiful man next to me.
Hey, yo,
What's up, Ashton? How you
what's
doing?
going on? Hey, I'm
Nothing
good. How are
much.
you, man?
I'm doing pretty good myself. Ready for an exciting matchup to see the first team to be eliminated from the playoffs here. It's gonna be an exciting matchup here. Are you excited for it?
I would say so. I think the Wingdings, they have a lot to fight for. And me personally, I had the Elite winning against the Defenders. I had them kind of going on a little bit of a run, I would say. They're the only team that's beaten the Fire besides the Amigos. And the Amigos haven't lost all season. I like this Elite team. I think they've got some upside. Under and Zev. That's a good duo. But Geyser and Gojira, very underrated. I wouldn't count them out of this series. Could be upset watch here.
And just to mention, I would also just like to point out the Wingdings are playing a sub. So
Oh, really? Who are they playing with?
they are playing with Celeb, who is a solid champ 3. So it's not, too
Okay.
much of a downgrade, but it's still
Who is he
definitely hitting.
stepping in for?
Gorgia. So Geyser is
Okay.
still that mechanical beast that we know him as, but he will not have his supporting teammate. But you know what? All things aside here, just to start us off with predictions. I actually have Elite sweeping. I think they're gonna take care of business pretty easily tonight, and
Oh wow.
that's not even towards the fact that Wingdings have a sub. I would have still said Elite sweep. I just think they had an unfortunate series against the Defenders last week, and they're ready to bounce back
Okay. You have them in a sweep.
in a sweep.
Man, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Keep in mind we are in the playoffs. I have seen Elite struggle before. I've seen them win big games. They struggled against the Bandits. In the last week of the season, it took them 7 games to take down the Bandits, a team that kind of finished in a weird spot in the standings. But then the Elite, they turn around and they were the only team that beat the Fire, like we mentioned again. And I just don't think the Elite are going to go out easily, obviously, but I don't think the Wingdings are going to go out easily either. I mean, they have a reputation to live up to. Last season, they made it to the finals, but coming in as the 8 seed, there's not a lot of expectations on their shoulders. They're kind of playing with house money right now, in a sense. I think the Elite do take this one, though. I think it's going to be 4-1. I'm going to give the Wingdings a little bit credit here, but if something crazy happens, you never know.
Yeah, and I like to mention that this Elite team, I mean, you obviously have Under and what's his name, his teammate, uh,
Zev?
Zev. There you go. Yeah, no, they had a very uncontrolled series last week, but like you mentioned, we've seen them, beat teams like the Fire, and in the playoffs, they've struggled sometimes, but Under he has that experience, and I feel like that experience will overtake both the rookies for the Wingdings, and I just feel like when you put those two things together, maybe your prediction 4-1 is maybe the Wingdings find a game early on, but I just don't think it's
I
gonna
think they
happen.
do, yeah. No, I think they absolutely have a chance to take a game, and whether that's early on or maybe in the middle of the series, I think towards the end they're going to kind of tighten things up here. But I mean, keep in mind, I think the Elite, the Amigos crushed everyone. I want to make that very clear. 11-0. No one
They didn't
won.
really
No one
crush
won.
everyone.
No one won 2 games or more against them in a series. The best thing was a 4-1. So you got to keep that in mind. They crushed everyone, but I thought the Elite, they looked the best against all the other teams against the Amigos. Again, they've had their struggles, but I like them. I like them against this Wingdings team tonight.
Alrighty, well, I think all the players are ready to get into game one here, but
Let's do it.
and I mean, obviously nerves are gonna be playing. And this is the first time the Wingdings they've you know made it to the playoffs. Or actually, speaking about the Wingdings making the playoffs, they actually barely found their way into the playoffs because we actually we messed up. The Bandits were in the playoffs, and then the Wingdings were caught off guard. So they're happy to play tonight.
Well, you know what happened with that is, it was kind of decided beforehand. I mean, you go through the tiebreaker there, Wingdings versus Bandits, right? They both finished with the exact same record. But just as a clarification, despite them both finishing with the same record, in week 2, the Wingdings beat the Bandits 4-2 in a head-to-head victory. And that is the first tiebreaker between two teams. So that is always going to go that way. Yes, the Bandits did have a higher win percentage, but hey, they lost that head-to-head matchup, and that's what matters when it comes to that tiebreaker decision.
Yeah, well, we'll see it all float out on the pitch tonight as hopefully this game gets started here. Oh wow, that was uncalled for. Well, we have a little bit of difficulties here, so we're going to get that sorted out in a second. But is there anything we want to talk about playoff related here? Take it away if you would like.
Well, I think the whole playoff picture looks very interesting. I think the defenders, they're kind of coming into that match against the Amigos. I mean, they're kind of on fire a little bit right now. The Elite they won 2 games in that series, but I think the defenders, for the most part, past game 3, that was their series. They controlled every aspect of the game. They looked dominant. And, I mean, Rich, he's been playing out of his mind, finishing 7th in All-Star voting, so he was very, very close to getting that All-Star nod, and he's had a great season. And then you can't think about Joe Dune on the other side there. That could be upset watch. I think the Amigos take care of business there, but if it goes to like a game 6, I would not be shocked. However, if the Amigos win 4-0, I also wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if the Amigos won everything in a sweep. I mean, let's be honest.
There's both sides of that coin, but I just, I kind of want to be clear about that. Like, teams do have a chance against the Amigos. It's not them going to be running through the finals and no one has a chance. That's certainly what it looks like and feels like. But these teams are out here, they're playing, and the playoffs are a different animal. Frozen, he's a proven guy. I say since he came into the league, Frozen might be the best defensive player in this league since he came into the league, and probably top 3 player. But hey, nerves could play a factor with him and AJ.
I mean, I don't know. I think Frozen last time he was in the playoffs, finals appearance in season 9. Eek. With any time.
I don't even think Frozen made it to the finals in season 10. His first season was season 10.
It was season 9, right? Frozen Steel, Malachi,
No.
Elite. That was the last time Elite made the finals. I remember.
No,
that.
maybe. Oh yeah, you're right.
Hey, but you know what? Speaking about this game right here,
We got a match though. We got a match.
Elite are starting us off here. Zev with a nice shot into the top left corner there. Caleb, he's just not able to reach that there. And we see Geyser in a Scarab. Hello.
Geyser in the Scarab. That is bold right there. That is very bold. Let's see what he can do. You mentioned him, the mechanical man. In the Scarab, what can he make happen? Oh my goodness, Geyser.
Very nice shot there. The Scarab does not matter. He takes it up to the ceiling. Missed there from under, and Zev, he's already pre-jumping that, which is just maybe a little bit miscommunication there on the defensive side, but nonetheless, they tie the game right back up here. And off the kickoff there, now Zev, he's going to try and shoot a shot. It's way off the corner there. Under, not able to find that double touch as Geyser has possession, but Zev with the early challenge, shutting that down. Maybe finding a goal here, almost putting it through the defense. Under, put more pressure right back on them. Caleb, that's a guy we need to watch out for tonight, as his performance is going to either make or break this team.
Oh, I like that response there from the Elite. They had the pressure. They were able to consistently keep it in the Wingdings zone here. Caleb, very close to getting that demo there. I think that play kind of some people may miss that, but he was very close to getting that demo, which would have changed things for sure. But unfortunate 50, and they're going to go ahead and take the lead again.
Yeah, and so far what we've seen is Elite really just having the control, and then Geyser, he had one opportunity off the kickoff. But other than that, it's just been all Elite here early on. The ball has not made it into their defensive half, as Zev almost getting a double touch there.
And as you mentioned before, Under here is the only player in this match with previous playoff experience, and he's done well in playoff matches. The Amigos made a nice little run in the playoffs last season to finish top 4. I mean, you never know what could happen here, but oh my goodness, Geyser is that guy. Oh my goodness.
I never think I would see a ball, flip reset a ball, and score it, but hey, look at that. Geyser making it work, putting it into the bottom right corner, and like we mentioned before, he's got the mechanics, and this Wingdings team is definitely not an easy roster to beat. But we'll see his under. He'll try and take a double touch of his own. Not gonna get it. Zev now pops it up high. Caleb not able to reach that one.
I like what you mentioned earlier about Caleb and how his performance is going to affect everything. Guys are here. He's working early. There's no nerves. He's playing out of his mind. And we are 2 minutes into this series. I'm really excited for how this is going to go. He single-handedly is going to be able to keep this team in the series. I promise you that.
Very much so. But, like we saw last week, Zev, he had his pop-off week. I mean, he was putting in absolute banger after banger. And throughout the regular season, I mean, I feel like he's just been very inconsistent. He hasn't been that number 2 rookie draft pick worthy until he shows up in the playoffs. So maybe this guy's just a playoff animal, as he might find a goal there. It's just off the post, and now guys,
there we go, hat trick.
Maybe finding one here. No, and under. He just played that well. He was playing the shadow defense there and never got faked out but once.
I want to see Caleb make a different play on that ball there. He's got all the time and space in the world to play that ball however he wants. Oh, my. Almost a crazy own goal there. But just like a little thing, the little bit of the nerves. Shaky start here for Caleb, but I think he's going to be able to turn it around here.
Yeah, and, I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe this is actually Caleb's first RLC start as well. It's not like he's just...
I don't have the info on that. I do not. But
I don't think he's
definitely
just coming
his first playoff start, so it's...
Yeah, and I mean, when you think about it like that, if you start in the regular season, that's fine. You have a little bit of experience, but no experience at all.
Okay.
It's very difficult as he's trying to get a double touch, but he'll get the assist as Geyser's there to clean it up.
And right as we're talking about him, he goes ahead and says, "Hello, I hear you guys talking about me," and he is able to give Geyser a pass. And I mean, hey, maybe it's a better thing he didn't put that on target, and he was able to set up his teammate for the hat trick. The Wingdings lead by a goal with 1:41 left.
Yeah, very interesting game one here. Both teams trying to start out aggressive. As Caleb now trying to fall back on that ball. He'll get a very nice 50 off the corner. Can Geyser just slot this one in? Zev is able to beat him, though. Oh, nice bump there under. He's going to have the open net, and just like that, he's going to get his first goal of this series.
As soon as I saw Geyser dive as first man, I knew it was going to be tricky for him to get back into the play on time. In my opinion, when you have a lead like that, you kind of have to let the other guy play first man and kind of secure the lead and play a little bit safer. Doesn't mean take your foot off the gas, but you're definitely going to have to take less risks when you have that lead and you in the situation that you're in right now.
Yeah, and I mean, just to mention, obviously this is game one, so these players might just be getting warmed up. I know a lot of them were caught off guard with some things, unfortunately.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Under, that's just a terrible whiff there off the corner bounce. Maybe he wasn't predicting that bounce to go up like that.
Tough bounce.
But hey,
yeah.
Caleb, he's getting his first goal, I think, ever.
First playoff goal. I don't know if it's his first career goal, but if it is, what a time to have it here in the playoffs with a minute left in game one to put your team up. And I mean, that's exactly what you want from Caleb. He has played, after kind of a shaky start, he has played a solid game. He's done exactly what you want from him if you're Geyser.
And if you're Geyser, you're also coming to this game, with mediocre standards. You obviously want your teammate to do the basics, but he's not going to be a Gorgia to you, so you got to adjust to that play style. And I feel like if Geyser can do that, Wingdings can easily take this series as well.
They've got to hold on here in the last 30 seconds. A barrage from Elite is probably what we're going to see, but that is going to relieve a lot of pressure there by Caleb.
And Caleb, he's actually going to steal that boost and give it back to Geyser.
Nice pass.
Beautiful play there. Able to just reset the tone. And Geyser maybe finding another clip in this game. Able to get it and under. He's going to send it down here. 10 seconds remaining. Can the
boost control
find a goal here? Geyser, he's just going to send it up high. Maybe trying to waste time. Maybe finding one more goal. Goes for the flip reset. Musty and Caleb. He's there to finish it and finish this game one. Beautiful, beautiful shot there.
And the boost control by the Wingdings, it's going to fly under the radar of so many people watching. But if you go back and watch that play, as Elite were trying to come down the field, Caleb secured the middle boost. And, wait, what's his name? Yeah, that guy. Caleb secured the middle boost. Geyser secured the back boost, and they weren't able to do anything. The Wingdings take game 1 just because of that boost control play. Nice job.
Yeah, and that's really what these playoff games come down to, is the little things like that changing the entire outcome of the game. And a team that can do that can obviously make a good run, but definitely could be championship contenders unless you go against the Amigos. So
And I wanna kind of just bring this up here. This is a theoretical, obviously. You asked me a question earlier. If the 5 seed Elite were to drop 4-2 against the Defenders and then lose to the Wingdings, would that be one of the most disappointing playoff performances in recent memory?
When you think about it, last season, the Wingdings and the Bobcats and the Quantum, like,
And none of those were disappointments.
Those were no disappointments, and those teams were running the league for about a year. And then when you look at season 10, I think a team that really had a very disappointing playoff run was a team on the bracket side of the Amigos, the Bandits. I'm not sure exactly which team. Hopefully it comes to my mind here in a second, but I still think the Gaming? Bandits. No, it was not Outright Gaming. It was a team of. I think it was maybe the Bandits or a team like that. But they lost in season 10, and they were just so dominant that season. And I feel
season 10?
Maybe it was season 9. I'm not sure.
Riot? Okay, yeah, you're right. The season 10 Landers, that was a little bit of a disappointment. And season 10 Landers was a little bit of a disappointment for sure. But this is a completely different league. I mean, Elite, they drop a series to the Defenders 4-2 in Game 6. Okay, that's a hard-fought series.
Oh, my.
But when you're playing the 8 seed Wingdings with their backup, I think there is a little bit of that expectation, like, hey, you've got the number 2 overall pick on your team and a really, really good, now a veteran player. It's funny that we say that. He's been in the league for a couple seasons now, but you kind of have that expectation on your shoulder, and maybe that is making it harder for the Elite, them knowing that they have to get this done.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking recent memory, that I would believe so, that this might be one of the most disappointing things here, but
of course, we still are in Game 2 of the series, so nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened yet. We all know Under has that potential to work with Zev and work through this 1-0 downfall in the series so far. But hey, maybe Geyser and Caleb are just on a different level tonight. But we'll see here as Under, he's trying to find a pass middle. Geyser easily shutting that one down. Maybe getting a long moving clear, making it awkward. Zev trying to just get multiple touches in the corner. But whiffs the clear. Now Geyser, he fakes out Under there. Just very dangerous plays here.
Regardless of what happens, the Wingdings' future is bright. They're going to build around Geyser for sure. They have the 4th overall pick in the draft. They should be able to secure a GC or someone close to that level, depending on who they like. And I don't know, maybe give Gojira a run for that starter position.
Yeah, and speaking about that, I mean, when you talk about how many assets the Wingdings got, obviously,
too many picks.
Hold on.
Oh, wow.
As we see Zev.
I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, very nice control
here. Off guard.
Caleb, I really wish he would play that sooner. I mean, he's waiting on backboard, waiting for the high shot. But Zev, he's just taking his time, and I feel like Geyser, he's already got the low play. I mean, if you just challenge him off that backboard there, no danger is coming your way. But unfortunate start, or yeah, I guess unfortunate, not really start, but unfortunate goal. And speaking back on the Wingdings and how many picks they got, obviously they lost the lottery draft, but were able to get gifted the number 1 veteran pick, and we all know that is very valuable. So they got a lot of picks and pretty much the entire future of Team Fire.
Hey, I mean, Team Fire is going to start getting their picks back next season, but Geyser, he's back. Speaking of it, just past halftime, we are tied 1-1.
And Zev just missing that flick there, and Geyser was just able to chase that down, and Under not able to get back. And they tie the game up here as we're just about halfway through this game. Caleb, maybe he has another shining moment, but Zev killing him instantly there, and now just dribbling the ball, taking his time, and what we've seen from the Elite changed up so far is this game obviously not as high scoring, but they've been way more controlled in this game, I feel like. The last game, they were letting Geyser get into the air. They were,
Like
panicking on defense, but like that. They're now more controlled. They're getting those good challenges in. Unfortunate jump there from under, but other than that, this game has looked like the Elite have found a way to counteract the Wingdings. Now, nice pinch there from Zev into the corner. He'll chase this one down, but doesn't have a lot of boost to his name, and now Caleb. Maybe he has possession. Gets it around 1. Strong 50 in the midfield, though, by under. The team bump there, but it actually works out in their favor, but Zev, he's going to get a flick past 1. Geyser having to retreat here. Now just forced to make a challenge into the corner, but Caleb, he gets a high touch. Very awkward. I do not like that play, but it's going to work out in the end. And this is just very... Oh my goodness. Very awkward play there. It's going the other way. Wingdings, they've been just missing their opportunity, being held against the defense. And now Geyser with control in the corner. Able to make a play. No, doesn't get past 1. Caleb, nice touch into the midfield. Dev is ready for it, though. Booming clear to the backboard. Under, he's already up for this. He's not able to make connection, though. Huge bump there from Caleb. Under, trying to get a shot in. Just like that, 30 seconds remaining in this game here. Under, he gets a touch up high. A double commit here from the Wingdings. They got to be careful.
Oh my gosh.
They have to get back. But Zev,
they got lucky there, I'm not going to lie.
Zev, yeah, he was just not biting. I don't feel like he had the angle.
They were playing it patient. He didn't want to try and force anything. Now that's a nice 50. Gonna be a big play for Caleb here.
Oh,
Big
nice
50.
save there.
That's
and
huge.
Obviously, not the hardest save to make, but definitely one of the more clutch ones we'll see later on this series. Under,
tester.
he gets himself a nice save there, and we'll go to overtime.
Oh, that could have been nice.
Too.
What a way to start this series here. Wingdings, they take a game early, and now they're in OT. Nice kickoff from Caleb. Under's in an awkward spot, but plays it nicely.
And a nice bump there from Zev. I really feel like that saved them from having any pressure into the midfield. But Geyser,
watch out.
You have
Watch
to stop
out.
this man. He's
Watch
going to get
out.
the air dribble to the top left corner.
This man is insane. He is single-handedly taking the Wingdings to a 2-0 lead. He's so far blown out both of our predictions here. And the Elite, something's got to change.
Yeah, you look at a Geyser, he's using his mechanics to his ability. I mean, y'all know that Geyser coming into the series was going to be that man to step up. But, looking at the stats, he had 4 saves, 2 goals. But, I mean, when you look at Caleb, Caleb's having a fantastic series so far. And, I'd like to mention...
And I think we have a
timeout called here. And...
Wait, hold on. Let's make sure.
I believe that there are timeouts in the playoffs.
There are.
So we will go ahead and head into an intermission here.
No, I don't think they are.
You don't think we are? We're not going.
No timeout. No
timeout. No timeout called. So obviously, when you look at it from a point, you have a minute. So you have a minute to work with. And then if you call that timeout, you get an extra minute, so 2 minutes to take a break here. And I feel like it's smart to actually save that timeout.
Yeah, to me, the Elite, they have another chance to turn things around. If they're down 3-0, got to call the timeout. But, again, there is a thought to calling it here, because if you go down 3-0, then you're really in trouble. We have never seen a best-of-7 reverse sweep. So, I mean, they're having a lot of faith right now in each other, in this team. The Elite now, backs against the wall. Who would have thought? Game 3.
Yeah, and obviously, I've mentioned it many times before if you're into the previous streams, but this is definitely a make-or-break game here. And Under almost trying to get a goal
What a
there.
save.
Very powerful shot, but Geyser, those reflexes, not letting him down. And yeah, like you mentioned, timeouts when you're down 3-0 are very crucial. Very strong pinch to the backboard there. But a nice control touch from Zev, able to take this to the air. He's looking to get it around Caleb. He does just so, but Geyser is able to make that goal line stand. And now Under almost finding a ridiculous goal. Very unintentional. And Zev, no boost. Trying to make a play happen and Under. There's the overcommit from Elite. And
here we go.
They're just going to have a free open net here.
Man, that's just unfortunate there.
And the Wingdings, they've just started this series so strong. And I want to say Elite have came into this series, underestimating them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that is evident just by how the series has gone so far.
And it's not like they're just the 8th seed. They're the 8th seed and also are playing with a sub. And so, I mean, Elite, they just need to play their game, and they need to not be thrown off by this. But Caleb, he's looking like a starter. And as he pops it to the pass to Geyser.
What a pass.
And this Wingdings team is just playing ridiculous right now.
And I mean, that's just perfect because he jumped at the right time to avoid the bump. It ended up working as doubling as a pass too because no one was ready for it. Nice play there by Caleb.
Yeah, and now we see Under win that kickoff. Very strong Zev. He's already up for it. Gets the beat, but it's not on target off the corner. And now Caleb, he's just trying to rush down. Under, he'll find a shot. It's not on target, and Geyser, he'll get credited with the save, though. Caleb,
another
what a read
shot
there. Able to get up to that. He's in an awkward position in net here,
and
Under. He'll get the goal, but Zev really deserving credit as he nails Geyser to the back of the net here.
We have a cringe coming out in chat. I don't think Geyser was getting to that regardless. It was a shot that was behind him, but hey, at least he would have had a chance.
Hey, and honestly, Zev and Under, they need to play cringe because you got to do what you got to do. I mean, it's the playoffs. This is your season hopes on the line I don't know if we mentioned, but this is the lower bracket, so this is go big or go home. And very crucial match here for Elite. And Geyser just able to make another goal line save. The Elite need to find a way to get that man out of the net. They've worked it out once. And Zev, oh no. Geyser, he'll be happy to put in an easy hat trick, but...
that's the rookie nerves right there. That's what that is. That's just, you're in the playoffs, you're nervous, and you just make one small mistake, and now you're down 2 goals again. I mean, hey, moving forward, if the Wingdings end up pulling off this series, do you put Gojira back into the starting lineup, or do you run it with Caleb?
100%. You put Gorgia in. I mean, it's unfortunate that he's not here with us tonight, but this Elite team, they've been playing so disappointing, and I don't know if you want to, take just your start out because you had one good series. I feel like Caleb...
Oh my goodness!
He's almost... Maybe if he scored that,
I thought he was cooking for a second, bro. Oh, okay. Now let's see what Under has.
Maybe let Under cook. No, it's not going to happen, but Caleb, he's up for that. Nice 50. And I just feel like he's proving himself as a very good sub. And even so, they're able to work with him and Gorgia. Maybe before next week they have a roster spot. They try and challenge each other for that roster spot. But other than that, I still think you put Gorgia in. But we got 2 minutes left in this game here, and Elite, they're down by 2. And if they lose this game, they would have to pull out the most impossible move in RLSA history. Geyser, though, finds the midfield pass, and Caleb not able to get it, but Geyser, he's going to be there.
No way.
It up.
This is crazy. The 5 seed has a nice, hard-fought series with the 4 seed in the upper wild card. They drop in, and they are now down 3-0 to the 8 seed coming in. The team that came into the playoffs based on just a tiebreaker. A tiebreaker alone. It took them that to get in the playoffs. Potential dark horse in the lower bracket here. Let's see how the rest of this plays out.
Did you notice I called out that the Wingdings were going to sweep the Elite this series? Did you notice that?
No, because you didn't say that.
I definitely did. Geyser, though, he's able to put in a 5th goal in this game. And, I mean, Man,
Dropping a thou. Dropping a thou.
like you said, dark horse team possibly, but this is still the lower bracket. You're in the lower bracket for a reason. You had a very disappointing regular season. As this Wingdings team, they're not playing like it, but they went 4-7, right? And so there's no excuse, to go out here and have a 4-7 record and just lose. There's no excuse. You have to play like a championship team to make it to the championship. So if they can continue this up, most definitely, but maybe it's just one
that's
good
why I say the
series.
playoffs are just a completely different beast. The Elite came in 7-4. The Wingdings 4-7, and they're playing with their sub. This is just unbelievable performance here.
Oh, what
Geyser has been him in this series.
Yeah, and this guy, I mean, obviously, he was candidates for, All-Star and all that stuff. But he fell short. Maybe he's taking all of his anger out from not making it to the All-Stars.
I mean, yeah, I would too.
Yeah, and now Zev.
Possibly the biggest All-Star snub, in your opinion?
I think, we'll see later on, March 10th, but there is a chance, he potentially could win
No
Rookie of the
way.
Year.
And the Elite are like me with women, taking shot after shot, but nothing's working.
Wow, that is.
I stand corrected.
This is sad. Sad news to hear. Ashatun not being able to pull. And as we say,
Well, clearly, eventually, I'm going to.
why
and-
why did we let you cook, bro? Why did we let you cook? Anyways, maybe.
And it looks like Elite putting their sub in next game.
Oh, maybe I believe it's because
High Flyer is going to be going in next game.
And I would like to say it's because I know Zev has to leave this series early, but
Okay, so taking that into account, I'm certain Elite is going to take their timeout.
yeah, and it'd feel.
Yeah,
stupid
they
not
just
to.
said they're going to
And-
take their timeout.
Yeah,
So
they will take their time out here, and man, that is just crazy to me. Wingdings, they find themselves on series point, and not only that, they'll find themselves with potentially sweeping the number 5 seed, taking the Elite out, first team to leave the playoff, and I mean, when you look forward into next week, the Wingdings will have a very tough task. They're either gonna play, just the top teams, right?
they're going to either play the Amigos or Defenders. Oh, sorry, Fire or Stars.
They're gonna either play the number 2 or number 3 seed. So
That is tough.
I mean,
that is brutal.
that's also with saying that the Elite don't reverse sweep them, which there's a 99% chance that they don't. But you never know. We could potentially see history here, but
And this is completely unexpected. If the Wingdings had pulled out an upset in a 6 or 7 game series, yeah, I see that. I could totally see that. But this was just out of left field. I don't know if you agree with me.
oh, and actually, excuse me, Under has left, so it's actually Zev playing alongside here with Flyer. So as we,
High Flyer, this is going to be his RLSA debut, if I recall correctly.
yep, and also this will be an entire match full of rookies now.
Oh, very true. Yeah.
Which is
So
we'll see.
what's the logic behind this decision here? If you're the Elite, do you think that High Flyer is gonna have something that an Under doesn't have to offer? It's kind of a confusing decision based solely from a strategical standpoint. But I mean, I guess they're just trying to switch something up and try something out.
And we know Flyer. I mean, obviously we haven't seen him play, but as someone that has seen him play before, especially his combine, I believe he was there. This guy, he's got good potential. He's definitely very aggressive. He's got mechanics. And maybe Under is just not having a good night. And Elite just need a mental reset and also a gameplay reset here, as they have to do the impossible. But Geyser's going to start making that hard on them with his, with his mechanical ability here, and he's going to put his team up 1.
And someone parted the Red Sea here. There was not a defender in sight. They crossed.
Quite literally the Red Sea as well.
Yeah, literally.
But
That wasn't funny.
it was very funny.
Okay, very funny.
Very funny moment.
So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna praise Geyser all day for how he's played in this
Oh,
series. Flyer with a shot. He's trying to get his first RLSA goal there. But how about Caleb? We haven't heard his name much, and you know what? That's a good thing. Because if we're not saying your name a lot, that means you're not doing anything wrong. So he has
I
played
mean,
himself a nice series here. He's been quiet, doing what he has to do, working hard, getting touches, supporting his teammate, and doing what's required to get a win. Right? That's what winning teams do. The best team always comes out on top. That's what separates the good teams from the great teams, are the teams that find ways to win. And right now, the Elite, they're not finding ways to win, but the Wingdings are.
and just to mention, I mean, we've obviously praised him.
And we're getting word Flyer's not a rookie. He was playing last season, so that's tough.
Oh, R.I.P. Well, you know what?
Regardless,
This is his RLSA debut, though. So
this is his playoff debut. Playoff debut.
Oh, okay. He was a starter.
I guess so. Yeah.
Maybe a name change here. I don't remember a Flyer, but hey, I know who someone who
Oh.
knows how to fly. Very bad pun there, but
That was terrible.
but it's Geyser.
Oh man, I'm sorry you guys had to hear that.
God bless your ears, guys.
Yeah, I mean it's the RLSA. People are going to change their names every 3 days and their Discord profile pictures so that you make sure that you know who no one is, and they'd never build a name for themselves. So very cool.
Very cool. Very
Geyser,
cool.
can he be the hat
Oh
trick?
my
Bang!
goodness, dude!
Oh
This guy
my.
cannot stop. He legit just cannot stop. And I was gonna talk about it earlier. We've praised him all night, but he's came into this series. He's working with a sub, and he's playing out of his mind. He's quite literally taking the Wingdings to another level. I don't understand. These guys are now off the kickoff. He's gonna meet Flyer in the midfield. We have 3 minutes left here in this match, and Elite need an answer. Quite literally right now. So he's going to send that to the backboard. Maybe a chance here for Flyer, and there it is. His first RLSA debut. Or
Playoff.
First RLSA playoff
Debut.
Yeah. Like that. But it's his first playoff goal, so well, congratulations there. But no, on a real note here, Elite,
This is crazy.
It's a good way to start the comeback. Good way to start the comeback here. Maybe Zev, we saw a flip reset from him earlier, and now he's trying to flip reset on his own net.
And this is kind of confusing because we saw Under and Carson perform excellently in the playoffs last season, enough to finish top 4 in what was a really top-heavy season, and they were able to make it happen. Very confusing that not only does he perform so poorly today, but leaving in the middle of game 4. Now, maybe there was some valid reason as to why he had to, but from our standpoint and point of view, he's just left the team and put the sub in to lose in game 4. And that's a questionable decision, in my opinion. Regardless here, the Elite are facing elimination, while the Wingdings, they're looking as the 8 seed to move forward. And there's a good saying, this is why they play the games.
And now, I mean, you'll get it here. Minute 30. I mean, if you want the number 5 seed to play like the number 5 seed, they'll find a way to win this game right here. Zev, he'll meet Geyser there off the wall. Trying to get a flick or maybe a pass out middle. Geyser, he's able to get that quite easily. I just don't know what the Elite are trying to do here. They're just looking unorganized. They're looking like they're just trying to hit this ball to hit the ball.
Well, at this point, I think they've accepted that they've lost.
You still
Maybe
have a minute
Zev
left.
hasn't. But
You still have a minute left. That would be very bad if the Elite think they're already out of this. But their playoff hopes and season hopes are on the line in this final 45 seconds here, as they need 2 goals to keep themselves alive. And maybe Zev trying to get another one. But he just falls short there. And Geyser, he'll send a booming clear. Can Caleb put it in? Yes, he can. Caleb probably sneaking in the dagger there. off a beautiful pass here from Geyser. And ladies and gentlemen, we may have just witnessed one of the worst, most disappointing, playoff gameplay
Runs.
I've ever seen. Playoff runs, yeah. Unfortunate, dude. 30 seconds left here. Wingdings, they should be ecstatic. Colton, their manager, he's also feeling ecstatic. And hey, look at that.
Exceeding it. Like this is a team that was considered rebuilding, right? Flyer is gonna go ahead and put a goal to now make it feasible to win with a miracle, but this is a rebuilding season for the Wingdings. They happen to make it to the playoffs, and here they are, playoff win. That's a success. That's a success.
Yeah, and now maybe they find one more. Oh my goodness, Zev almost had a chance to do it, but Geyser, he seals the game. And this is just an unbelievable performance. Shout out to the Wingdings, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Wingdings are moving on in the lower wild card.
What a series from the Wingdings.
That was pretty incredible if you were to ask me. And, Elite, shout out to them for at least making the upper wild card, right? But they just did not perform. And honestly, it's unfortunate that the season has ended for them. But you just have to admit that you didn't play your best, and you need to go into next season with high hopes. But I think we are going to try.
There's a lot of good to take home from the Elite season.
Yeah, there's a lot to take away here for Elite in their season, like you were mentioning. But we're not here to talk about Elite. We're here to talk with the Wingdings players here. Is Geyser and Caleb, are you guys with us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Geyser is him.
Quite literally. I mean, first of all, I know we asked this question a whole lot, but it does mean a lot. How are you guys feeling? You guys just pulled out a crazy upset.
I'm so excited right now. I would have even if we lost, I wouldn't have been that upset, but it actually I feel so good having gotten past round one, having literally nobody expect that. So I'm super happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you're excited. I mean, you come into this series, you don't even have your starter, Gorgia, in the game. And Caleb, may I say, you did your part just fine. I mean, you played extraordinary well. And I mean, Geyser and Caleb, did you guys think that Elite were gonna underestimate you, or did you just come into the series like we're gonna win it?
I mean, we kind of just came in and we just played, really. I mean, I don't think we didn't really care about win or loss. We just played. So.
Nice. Walk me through the decision to start Caleb over Gojira, or was that just a timing decision?
That was a timing thing. It's basically I guess he had a meeting or something, thought it would be at 9, so he told Gojira that. Then Gojira went to the gym. So then
making games.
We weren't able to do it. So then and so then I had to get Caleb in. And honestly, I don't even care. He played so well.
So with that being said, do you have a confirmed roster for next week? Or is that still being determined?
That'll be determined. We'll probably talk about that soon.
All right, very nice, very nice.
I mean, looking at next week, though, to end off this interview, I mean, you guys either play the Stars or the Fire, and so hopefully you guys...
Would they rather play?
Who would
Stars
you rather play?
Fire?
No. I'm not even gonna ask you that question. I just want you to answer. Are you guys gonna be ready for whoever you play? Because obviously you have one life for the entire tournament. So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be ready for sure. I mean,
all right. On 3,
so
Geyser's him.
Put all of my money on the Wingdings.
That's up to you, man. We saw what happened last season.
Oh god.
I don't know. Anyway, don't look at what our predictions were. Regardless, congratulations, guys.
I said Wingdings sweep, by the way, just letting you know.
Actually, he
alright.
had the other team sweeping. Actually,
Hey, you had the
Caleb,
other team winning 4-1. All right, I don't hear it. I don't
Whoa,
wanna hear it.
Hey,
I'm,
the
I
other
gotta
team.
look
Hey,
at that now. I'm gonna
at
look
least
at that now.
Ashton had us winning
yo,
one.
chill,
Come on, dude.
chill. Well, of course, I had to give you theirs. I almost said 4-2, but I don't know. You guys surprised us in a very unexpected way, but I think we're very happy with the results. A good upset and a good underdog story is awesome to hear. But Caleb, man, correct me if I'm wrong. This is your first playoff appearance, right?
I think so, because I played with Justified Scarab, and I don't think they made it to the playoffs, unless they did, and we went up against Bandits. But that was like the only team I played.
Gotcha. So maybe you were in the wild card or not, but regardless,
Yeah.
this is a huge series for you. How did you feel like you played?
I felt like I could have done more, but honestly, if you have Geyser as your teammate who just like can hit any angle, like any mechanic, like
And ball chases. No, I'm joking.
yeah, I don't need to do much. I don't need to do much. Just defend net, get some necessary touches to put him in the right spot to take those shots, and it worked.
Well,
Well,
you guys
congratulations, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
guys did just that. We're excited to see you guys next week. So, take in this win and enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll do that for sure.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you later, gentlemen.
See you guys.
Have a good night.
Later. Class
Just-
act.
And just like that, I mean, we just saw a crazy upset here. The number 8 seed taking down the number 5 seed in a sweep, may I say. It would have been still crazy if they won, in a tough series, but man, that is just one way to start off the lower wild card. And I'd like to thank you for joining me here tonight as well, Ashton.
Oh yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, it was a that sounded very sarcastic. I'm not gonna lie.
What? No.
The way
What
you
else
said
could
it.
I possibly be doing?
I know, right? But yeah, we appreciate all of you guys for tuning in as well, watching this very nice series that went down. Make sure you eat up those Cheez-Its. Not sponsored, soon to be though, hopefully.
And we have an alternate sponsor, rival sponsor. Goldfish has made us a call here. I'm eating some as we speak, and
flavor?
we're
What
gonna
flavor?
have some interest. Just the regular.
Oh, that's
classic.
a regular. Hey, no, dude, cheddar dough, go crazy.
Extra cheddar. Oh, that's
Extra
crazy.
cheddar. Yeah, no, go way too crazy. Oh, I heard the crunch. The crunch is key. But hey, I mean, for all you watching here, we still have one more matchup in the round 1, and that's gonna be happening either tomorrow.
Lower wild card.
Yeah. It's gonna be either happening here tomorrow, or it's gonna be happening Sunday. Preferably Sunday, I believe. That's when the players are doing it. But it's Eradicators versus the Quantum. So
Early predictions in that one. Who do you have?
I feel like Quantum Rhymes. They just didn't have the best series. I feel like they would put up a good fight against Eradicators, but I have the Eradicators making it to the lower semifinals.
Interesting.
I have them making it
So
to the lower semifinals.
Okay, in week 1 they played. Quantum took it in 7 games. Hopefully we get another 7-game series. But to me, man, it's tough because Rocco, he looks good at times, but AO and Caleb, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I think I would give it to Quantum just barely.
And that's what, and I feel like Caleb and AO have not let go of that, like let off the gas. I mean, they've just been improving ever since, and their chemistry has just gone a lot better. Those passing plays are just they're just different from any other team in the league. And I feel like that difference is key for them. And I feel like they are playing, and they can play like a top 3 team in this league. And that's why I have them making. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but I mean, when you look at it, they're one of the only teams that took Amigos to Game 6, right? And Amigos, even in the
No,
interview,
they did not take the Amigos to Game 6.
They did indeed.
No
And-
one has taken the Amigos to Game 6.
Wow, hey, bro, look back at the schedule, because I remember that interview quite well. And Frozen and AJ were giving them so much credit. They were like, "This is one of the teams that are one of the better teams." And they
Is that
put up-
E-Reds?
Yep, E-Reds, and they put up a huge fight against the Amigos. So, I mean, like you said, it's the playoffs. It's a different breed. You never know what could happen. So,
That's why they play the games. I have 4-1 here, but regardless, hey,
who do you have? Quantum or Erads, right?
moving forward,
I mean, yeah. Who do you have? Who do you have 4-1?
I give it to Quantum in 7 probably.
Oh, wow. Okay. I have Eradicators winning that series in 6, but hey, you know,
When do the Bobcats play?
next season.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Hey, but I just like to touch on this before I forget about it later on in the playoffs. Next year's draft is going to be
It's
loaded.
solid.
The worst teams in the league right now could easily be the number 1 team in the league next season. And you could see the Volts.
Who's Noka gonna get, man?
I don't know. We'll see
That's
the
gonna be
trades happen.
interesting.
We'll see the trades happen in the offseason. Obviously, Noah and the Landers, and then you have Malachi on the Volts, and Volts with that number 1 pick have so much power in their hands to get a very key player and a very star player that Malachi has not had a lot of experience with having good teammates in the past. Let's be honest here.
The one time he did, he won a cup.
Hey, look at that. Volts, next season's cup winner, just saying. Early prediction? No.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I would maybe go with the Amigos again. Maybe the Fire. Maybe the Landers. I don't know.
We'll let that all fold out after we see this playoffs, go down. But it's been an honor casting with you tonight, Ashton. Enjoyed it very
It's
much.
been a pleasure.
And thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you guys Sunday.